Okay, welcome to the Sunbeam Alpine channel. We're here today at Dover Transport Museum, and I'm here with Alan Appleby, the chair of the Sunbeam Alpine Owners Club, and David Atkins, the chair of Dover Transport Museum Society, our hosts for the day. So here we are, it's Sunbeam Alpine Day, it's the 16th of April 2023, and we've got a lovely display of Sunbeam Alpines. Now, first of all, can I ask you, Alan, we're talking to people on the Sunbeam Alpine channel, how do you feel about today?
Absolutely brilliant. I think first of all we need to give thanks to the Kent area, the Sunbeam Alpine Owners Club, for laying on this venue and the assistance they've given to the museum in putting the display on here, and to the cars which should travel. We've got cars here today from Hampshire, we've got cars here from Surrey, and obviously all over Kent. So it's been absolutely brilliant, and it's a good thing for the club to be seen with all their cars coming together at a venue. The members of the public can see them and see what the cars are about, the variety of cars that we have within the club, and actually meet the members of the club, who are very, very friendly people, get on well together, socialise, as well as to take their cars out. So it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and a good way to start the summer.
Absolutely, certainly is a good way to start the summer, and hopefully a lot of Alpine owners will be back in July for the National, which is being held in Kent this year, and we're aiming for 200 Alpines at the National in Maidstone, so hopefully we'll achieve that.
And again, been absolutely brilliant to see spectacle in its own right.
It is a spectacle in its own right, absolutely. Well, our host today is David Atkins from the museum here.
So, and you're most welcome.
Thank you. So are you pleased with the turnout today?
I'm really pleased. We're always pleased to see classic car clubs coming to the museum, making use of the space that we've got, and it's a really good turnout today. We're really pleased.
Good. Well, that's lovely. I wonder if in a few minutes' time you could just give me a quick walk around the museum so the people on the channel can see what's here and what they're missing if they've never come to Dover Transport
If you've never
Museum.
been before, you really need to come along and have a look.
Okay, well, we'll do that in a minute. First, could I ask Alan if we could just walk along the cars? You could point out exactly what we've got here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Series 5 here at the end.
Yeah, so they're in no particular order. I mean, they're just literally, they're parked as they've come today. So you'll see some which have got their roofs down, you'll see some which have got their roofs up, which are obviously the convertibles, and you'll see some with hard tops, which are the GT, so skeleton on the end, and moving along. So the earlier cars with the fins, you can see a very, very good late example of a Series 5 GT with its hard top. And the non-peaked headlight rims. Again, concourse winner, I believe, in years gone by. Next two cars have come up from Hampshire. They might be a little bit dirty, but they've travelled an awful long way to get here. So we're going a Series 4 and a Series 5. Moving along, again, just looking at the variety. I've got to point out for those who own Alpines and not here today, have a look at the shields on the windscreen. So these are done by a local community organisation within Kent that Tim has contact with, and they can actually produce that car with your colour and your registration number and the unique features of your car. So, for example, in my case, the wheels, brilliant, something you need to have in your garage. But Tim is the point of contact for those. So anybody in the club who's got an Alpine and you want something like that for your garage, speak to Tim and I'm sure he'll arrange it for you. Moving along, obviously, this car belongs to Tim actually, so and a lot of the modifications that a lot of us who use our cars have made, so the carburettor and the conversion, etc., which just makes the car that much more usable and more driver friendly, and gives you more miles to the gallon as well, which is an important thing in this day and age. And again, another beautiful car, rare colour, a black. The embassy black, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah, so this is an original embassy black with red interior. Very, very rare combination.
Yeah,
and,
very
nice car.
And I believe they were special order at the time.
Yeah, they were.
If you wanted it in that colour, you just couldn't get it from the showroom. You had to have it made for you. It's brilliant. And again, non-standard colour, but absolutely beautiful car. And the beauty of Alpine is, you've got a variety. You either run it as standard if you're into that type of thing and keep it as it come out of the factory, or you adapt the car to suit your own need. So headrests, non-standard colour, non-standard wheels, but very, very usable for everybody who wants to travel and tour in their car. Brilliant to see.
That's one of the things I like about the club. Some people have the car absolutely concours, and they're very welcome to have that. But you're not looked down on if you've got a different engine. I mean, it's got a Z-Tech engine in this one. There's other people with all manner of engines. You're welcome in the club, which is lovely.
Yeah, I mean, the club is beyond the car. It's about the people who make up the club and the characters and the personalities and how they get on outside of the cars as well.
Absolutely.
So moving further along. Again, another good example of an early car with the fins on the back. Again, beautiful car, beautiful colour, beautiful paintwork as well. Again, Kent car, Tim?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Another Kent car. Yeah, and again, another non-standard kind of colour and a little bit of extra, a little bit of kind of striping down the side. Yeah, and again, a usable car. For obvious reasons, people fit headrests into the car for the safety and for comfort as well. So again, you can see it fits very, very nicely. It doesn't look out of place at all. You can take that car to any car show where you didn't have experts on Alpines, and it would stand out as being non-original, and people would accept
Absolutely
it.
right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then if we walk on, you see more of the same. One
Yeah.
lovely car after another.
Yeah. And it's good today to see a good collection of colours. My experience has always been there's far more red cars in the club than anything else. So you normally see a large collection of red and then a couple of others. And then obviously without dissing the reds, we've also got a Harrington here today as well. So for those who are intending to come to the National this year, you'll learn much more about the Harringtons and the Harrington association with the Sunbeam Alpine. Is that okay, Tim?
That sounds great, and thank you for telling us all of that. So we're going to go now, I think, with David into the museum itself. Should we do that? Should we go and have a look?
Let's go, and I'll show you around.
The pictures are going to be shaking a bit as we move our way through, I'm sure, but we'll just give people a little taste of what's inside and what they'd see if they come to Dover Transport Museum. You'll see there's a few other cars here. We've got an MG over there, a Ferrari, a Rolls Royce, some very nice cars there, and the military vehicle, a Triumph Stag, Citroen and Aston Martin. There really are some very, very nice cars that have turned up today, even though they're not Sunbeam Alpines. But let's have a little look inside the museum and what you can see when you actually come here. Because it's not just classic cars. This is a transport museum, so there's all manner of transport.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, transport. We literally say from bicycles to buses, and we've got loads of bicycles and we've got some buses as well.
Yes, it's
and everything in between.
Everything in between. It's remarkable, isn't it? There's so much crammed into such a small space. That's what always amazes me here.
Unfortunately, we haven't got enough space. We are turning away good exhibits because we don't have enough space. We've crammed in as much as we can, and we do keep squeezing in other things that perhaps we shouldn't, but the temptation's always there.
There's just so many beautiful vehicles wherever you look, and every nook and cranny in here is filled with something interesting. The old AA sidecar and motorbike there. A long time since we've seen one of those out and about. Look at it.
Well, we've got a couple of star exhibits. 1914 Pierce Arrow lorry that was used on the Western Front in the First World War.
Right.
And the 1928 Charabanc.
Take you for holidays to the seaside,
Indeed.
I suppose. Yeah. It's a lovely vehicle.
And I should say that almost all of our vehicles are runners. Some of them are actually road legal, and we do take them out where possible.
And you've got some police cars if they're...
Yeah, it's a genuine Metropolitan Police Panda car. You can always tell a genuine one by the zip in the headlining.
The zip to get to the light, presumably.
That's it. You can get to the light and the radio area on the roof.
Okay. Well, I think if we walk down the corridor, we get to the other hall, don't we? And
yeah, we've got two main halls and then a connecting part in between.
There's some amazing model displays here as well. If ever you do visit the museum, look at the railways. All these model railways going around, trains moving about. these displays are worth coming to just to see them.
We do say that adults playing with the trains need to be supervised by a responsible adult, child.
We're definitely a responsible child.
You need a responsible child, yeah.
No, the models are excellent, yeah. There's lots of little side rooms. Every side room's got something in it with a different subject. And if we go through to the other main hall, more models in there. We go through to the other main hall now. I seem to remember a remarkable Land Rover in here I saw.
There is a Series 1 Land Rover, and so much more. What we've tried to do is to give interest to people who are not actually interested in shiny cars.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of shop fronts. Most of the shops are named after local Dover businesses.
Yeah, the shop fronts are amazing. They remind me of things from my childhood.
That's exactly what it's about, and so many people say that.
One shop front after another, all selling different things here. Selling memories more than anything. Oh, that's
Series
that
1
Land Rover. Beautiful Series 1 Land Rover. If you're into Land Rovers, look at this. What a lovely car. Try and get a better shot of that one. Look at that. Well, there's lots of little delivery trucks and lorries. Again, more models over there in the displays. There's a lot to see here at this museum. If you've never been here, I would thoroughly recommend you come and have a visit.
You'll be most welcome. Please come along and have a look.
Okay, thank you for watching. That's all from the Sunbeam Alpine channel. Thank you. Goodbye.